What's up? I've been thinking a bit about authenticity and what that means because I think it can quite easily become quite confused for making my problems your problems. And I don't want to do that. What the fuck's the weather today? High of 20, low of 13. Still cold. You see, I think there's a really fine balance between sharing what's going on in your life and oversharing things that people don't actually give a shit about. Because we all have fucking problems. That is just an absolute certainty. So I really don't think that it's going to be problems that's going to make the channel unique. Because that's some universal shit right there. And one thing's for sure is I'm definitely not going to be taking on any of those cinematic dudes. I caught myself the other evening. I think I probably spent 4 hours editing a video, trying to color grade it. I'm fucking colorblind. I'm just not going to do that ever again. So, I read a book recently, The Valkyries by Paulo Coelho. One of the things that Paulo speaks about or writes in the book is... So, I got it wrong, but fortunately wrote it down when I read the book. And what he put forward was, only those without shame can manifest the glory of God. And for some reason, I just feel quite drawn to give a little bit of insight into what my always sort of working kind of definition is of God. So yeah, let's just quickly do that. So I'm definitely borrowing this from something that I heard Jordan Peterson say. This was a definition that he had provided that I have inherited, that I do think is pretty cool and I resonate with and I can understand it. So his definition is that God is the point at which everyone's good actions converge. So it's not any specific thing, but it's a convergence of a broadly interpretable term of good, which I think everyone kind of has an understanding of good and bad. Okay, so that's my 2 cents. Let's get back to the video. I will say that I just spent the last 5 minutes walking around the house looking for my coffee and sitting outside. Idiot. So, why all this talk on shame and authenticity and whatever? I guess it's just so you guys can get some context into my channel and exactly what I'm going to be trying to dance the fine line of. I think a huge thing for me has just always been the fact that I felt like I have carried a lot of shame, and shame for me. But I do think it is it's a really fucking hectic and real experience, you know. I feel like we all probably feel shame about really fucking weird things, you know. God, I'm trying to think of something that really humanizes myself here. Oh yeah, my fucking nipples. I got fucking puffy nipples, okay? I've been ashamed about that my entire fucking life. But why? Okay, so I knew they were incoming. And he's scared of me. Oh, we missed him. It is beautiful though. So, it's trash day here in Constantia, and over the years, the baboons have just really learnt the system. And so this morning, all we're hearing is these crazy bow.
The thing with like avos, like they're great for you, but
They have fats.
contain a lot of fat.
Yeah. Oh,
Which means they can.
I love fats. So, something that I was just conversating with Robin about, which is probably not something that she struggles with at all because she exercises very regularly. But for those of us normal humans, we can sometimes struggle. I can definitely admit that I struggle to make time to eat sometimes in the middle of a busy day. And something that my brother shared with me, which actually really helped a lot, was the fact that if you're exercising consistently, you have to eat. Your body is just so fucking ready for food and nutrition that it is just undeniable. You can't do anything. Okay, so I have like 5 minutes before our meeting or before my presentation, and yeah, let's fucking do this. Presentation? Good. Time to go for a run. So, what I was trying to say earlier just about like authenticity, it's such a fine line between making my problems your problems, and we all have problems, so don't need to do that, and then also being authentic enough and open enough and honest enough to let you all know that I am a human and that I worry about weird shit and I struggle with weird shit, and sometimes I have weird days and I feel weird moods, and it's just weird. This is the best. Favorite part of this run is the next 20 minutes through this forest. Oh, it's so epic. Definitely one of my favorite things of living in the area that I do is have direct access to all of this. So, this video is partly about me being less ashamed of who I am. And then this video is also about the systems, the strategies, the techniques, the things that I experiment with to try and combat this general feeling of feeling ashamed of who I am. And I heard a saying or a notion from Seth Godin, and he said that everyone should have a blog. And, you know, not in the literal sense, but just speaking into the fact that it's too easy for us to hide away in the privacy of our own journals, and there's a lot to be benefited from public accountability. So I just remembered something that I forgot to mention right now, which is the fact that I am going to be trying to share insight into what these systems are, what the strategies are, what techniques I try, what experiments I run, so that, I don't know, maybe someone might learn something, including myself. So, this is me going public. Fuck. to, you know, be part of this journey and come along for the ride while I try and not make my problems your problems, but still show you that they exist, and be honest about what's going on without fucking complaining. Because I think one of the scariest things about doing this is the fact that no one likes a recurring story. So there actually has to be some change. There actually has to be some progress made for this to be anywhat interesting, even for myself, which is actually, again, why I'm doing this all in the first place. So, fuck it. Like, subscribe, follow the channel. Let's fucking go!